It's not perfect. It was never going to be perfect, but it's still worth finishing. So I'm going to keep turning it. And this is where it ends up. The knot's still there, but it's not the same story anymore. Because somewhere along the way, it stopped being about getting rid of the flaw in this board, in this bowl. It started being about building around it, strengthening what was already there, working with it instead of fighting against it. You can see that in the rim. I'll be honest, when I finished this piece, the rim was thicker than I had planned. It had to be. That knot forced the issue. I couldn't go as thin as I normally do, as thin as I wanted, without risking the whole piece coming apart. So I adjusted. I cut a little bit underneath. I gave it a little bit of a lift. I let the edge carry more weight than the rest of the bowl. And now, that's where your eye goes to. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real, because it's held, because it didn't break. And I think there's something in that for you as well. Because a lot of you are looking at your life the same way I was looking at the knot in the beginning of this build, thinking this one disqualifies the whole piece, thinking that you've got to cut it out or start over or scrap the whole thing and hope for something better and cleaner next time. But that's not always how it works. Sometimes the better move is to stay with it, to build around what didn't go right, to strengthen the places that took the hit, to let the weight of it shape you into something a little more grounded, a little more aware, a little harder to break next time. And when a man chooses that, when he chooses to stay instead of walking away, something shifts. Not all at once, not in some big dramatic moment normally, but a steady, quiet, real way. Something changes. It may not look like what you thought your life was going to be. There may be parts of your story that you wish weren't there, things that you would change if you could, moments that linger with you when it gets quiet, but that doesn't mean it's over. Adam stepped out of the garden and into a world that was harsher and harder than anything he had known in his whole life. And he still worked it. He still built a life in it. He still raised what was put in front of him. And I'm telling you, that's what real men do. Not perfectly, not without failure, definitely not without scars. But they stay. They take what's in front of them, even if it's not what they wanted, and they go to work on it. They build around it. They carry it. They shape it into something that can still stand.